Hello everyone, God bless. Today we're going to go over more corito lessons. I know a lot of you are wondering, how to play different coritos when, the person who's going to sing at the devotional, they're going to be singing differently than what you're playing. And you don't want to be playing something, you don't want to be playing on A minor while the person is singing maybe on D minor, You want to be accurate, you want to sound like you're in tune with the singer. So today I'm going to teach you how to explore the different progressions in coritos. And first we're going to take a look at some formats in some coritos. There's many types of corito patterns that exist. Some coritos are short, some coritos are long, but generally speaking, a typical corito just today we're going to talk about on A minor. Okay, so we're going to be talking on A minor. Okay, so a typical corito, okay, basically begins with A minor, and then it goes to E major. That's a simple progression right there. So A minor, E major, back and forth. There's certain coritos that are just that, okay, just two chords the whole song. Okay, now for example, we have Estaban todos unánimes. Okay, Estaban todos unánimes en ruego y oración. That song, if you want to play just normal, just like basic, it's just basically A minor, E major. Okay. Now, there's other types of patterns, corito patterns, that require other chords, and which makes the chord progression to change. It causes it to change. So, for example, there's other coritos that have a coro, which means a chorus, which is the part of a song where it's like like the impact of the song. For example, let me see. Este corito es, okay. Este corito is a typical corito song. It starts on A minor and it goes to E major, A minor, E major. That's the beginning. Back and forth. Okay. Now, when it goes to the chorus or the coro, which is Siento que el Espíritu Santo, okay, right there you're gonna go. It's like it climbs up. Okay, so you're gonna go to D minor. Okay, and then when you're done with D minor, you're gonna go back to A minor, and then E major, and then A minor. And if it goes back to the coro or the chorus, then hit again D minor, and then A minor again, E major, A minor. And then if the person's going to go back to the beginning, then you just go back to the beginning, back to E and A. Okay, so make sure the trick is learning when to hit the chords. That's something that it's not part of this lesson, unfortunately, but I hope that you're able to do that. Now, right now we're talking about playing this song on A minor. Okay, now what if A minor does not match the person who is singing? What if that person is singing something else and you don't know how to, maybe you're not familiar with transposing, which is a way to cheat, and I don't want you to, I don't want to teach you how to cheat, because that cheating prevents you from growing, in the piano. So today I wanted to make this lesson so you can learn how to do this. Okay, so let's say you're playing on A minor and you're playing a corito that just requires A minor and E major. Okay, just those two. It's a simple corito. Okay, now if that person is singing, if you can hear, okay, if you can hear that, like, that person is playing a little higher than what you're playing, okay, then all you have to do, okay, you have to go one chord, one key up, okay, which is this one. Okay, you're on A right here, so you have to go to this one, B flat. Okay, since you're playing A minor right now, obviously your next chord or your next key needs to be A minor too, or I'm sorry, not A minor, but B flat minor. Okay, A minor, B flat minor. Okay, so there's your first chord. Okay. Now, if we go back to A minor again, okay, where do you go from A minor? You go back to E major, okay, and back and forth, right? So on B flat minor, there's got to be a chord that substitutes the E major, okay? Okay, so this is how you do it, okay? Now we're gonna start all over here. We're gonna go back to A minor, okay? So we're on A minor, okay? Let me take this off real quick here, okay? We're at A minor, okay? And then you go to E major. This is the second chord. Simple progression. Now, how many steps is it from E major? This is the question. E major to A minor. E major, A minor. How many? Let's count them. Starting from the next one, okay? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, this is called the 5 progression climb. Okay? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it takes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 half steps to get to A minor. Okay? Or vice versa. It takes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 half steps to get from A minor to E major. Okay? So remember 5. Okay, 5-step progression climb. Okay? Now, if once you have climbed to the B flat minor, I'm sorry, which is a chord higher than A minor, okay, B flat minor, then you obviously have to calculate 5 steps going back, 5 half steps going back, okay, so we can find out the next chord, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, F. So now we have found the other chord we were looking for. So now you can play a corito with this one. B flat minor, which is B flat, C sharp, and F. And then F major, okay? So now let's play it. Okay? Okay, you get the point. Now, you see how what I just did right now, using the 5 change progression climb. Okay, so if you want to go from here to, let's say, the next one, which should be here, B minor, then you go 5 steps down, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then this should be your, it's F sharp major, and B minor. That could be your next corito chord. Make sure that you're starting with a minor and then you go into a major. Okay? So you pretty much know how to change it, and then you can just you can go up like this. Kind of hard to get used to these, like that, and so on, okay, until you find where that person is singing. Okay, so other than that, if you have any questions, please comment. If there's something that you couldn't hear, or you couldn't get a key or a chord, just let me know and I'll be glad to help you. For all of you that are struggling with the coritos, this is a very good way to advance in your churches, and be blessed. Thank you for watching.